All right, so we're in chapter 30. We're doing 7 through 10, or at least the majority of that. So let's start with number 7. We're in the workbook. And we're going to start with here's 4. 4. And then we have this not yet. Let's hold off on not yet, and let's just go with this over here. Here's our participle, which is balo. Balo blay is the root there. But as a perfect participle, we can see this is a perfect passive. So, and here we have our to be verb, which is in the imperfect. Here it's a periphrastic construction. It's a periphrastic construction. You got a to be verb and a perfect participle. It's an imperfect to be verb and a perfect participle, which makes this what we call the pluperfect. It's a periphrastic tense. And so if let's just do this. Let's just focus on this. We could say he was, okay, let's say that. And then, and we'll work this all out in a second. But, and then if we take our perfect tense, he was, let's just do this, has been thrown. Okay. So that's, and we're talking about John has been thrown into prison. Okay. Now we have this thing is he was and has been thrown. Now the pluperfect tense, the way we would do this is we would take this past time of the to be verb and this helping verb for the perfect. And we would make it he had been thrown. We would make that past tense, past time, and that's how we make the pluperfect rather than simply a perfect tense, which is he has been thrown. It's he had been thrown. Okay? And then so if we translate this for he had not yet been thrown into prison, and that he is John, we could take John and make him the subject of this. So John had not yet been thrown into prison. Okay? So again, this is a periphrastic construction. We have to negate it with the not yet, and we have to figure out how to do all that and put it all together. Okay. Okay, number 8. A sound, it came about, a sound, it came out of heaven. A sound came about out of heaven, and it filled, this is an aorist, it filled holon ton oikon, the whole house. And then here we have another periphrastic construction, where, here we have where, and then try the periphrastic construction, just translate it. So this is a me, as the imperfect, and you could say they were, and then kathemenoi, they were what? Sitting. Kathemai is a middle only or a deponent, and so kathemenoi, this is a present participle, and they were sitting. Okay, not again, ing, they were. There you go. So it a sound came from heaven and filled the whole house where they were sitting. That's a periphrastic construction. Okay, periphrastic construction. Okay, number 9. Here is another example of a genitive absolute. So here's our main sentence. Many believed in him. Many believed in him. But here's our periphrastic construction. We have a present participle that's in the genitive, and then we have autos in the genitive, and then we have tauta that's part of these things. So we use our keyword while, so we would say while, and then make autos the subject, he, is saying or is speaking, tauta, these things. So, periphrastic construction, while, because it's a present participle, while he, autos is our verb, our subject, while he is speaking, or you could say was speaking these things, many believed in him. We might take the time from the aorist here. So maybe is or was, while he was speaking these things or is speaking these things, Jesus was saying, or therefore Jesus was saying, prot to. Then we're going to have a perfect participle, and this is a substantival participle. He's saying to tous pepistukatos. And again, if you can't, here's the beautiful thing about having an articular participle, is if you can't parse that, you certainly can parse that because you know your article, which is accusative masculine plural. And in this case, you have pistuo, so believing. So let's make this the ones, because it's plural. And then let's just say, just as a perfect participle, the ones having believed, auto, in him. And then we find out, as we keep going down, it's the Jews having believed, or the Jews who had believed in him. You could do that as well. So if you remain in to logo to emu, my word, truly mathetai, disciples, my disciples, you are my disciples. So there you go. You've got these. You have a genitive absolute up here, and then you have a perfect participle, a substantival participle down here, which is a perfect. Okay. And then number 10, I cut off. So we'll do that maybe in another video. But this is shouting Hosanna, and we have a substantival participle down here. There we go. Okay. Hopefully that helps. And as you work through perfect participles, genitive absolutes, periphrastic constructions, as well as identifying adverbial, substantival, attributive participles as well.